Hi and welcome to this new video. Maybe you saw my last video where I checked out the Anker Soundcore 2 and now we are going to check out the Anker Soundcore Boost. So yeah, this is the packaging, typical for Anker, just that it is black now, so it looks a bit more elegant. At the back you have some of the features because this is the the second Anker speaker which comes with a Anker, bass up feature. So the Anker Soundcore Pro also has this. When you press it, it somehow boosts bass similar to extra bass at Sony. But now let's take a look at it. Yeah, everything's in frame. Let's get the knife and cut it open from the foil here. And yeah, the packaging is pretty nice, also with a smaller one. This one goes for $70, so not very pricey. Okay, everything feels pretty nice. So yeah, well done Anker with the packaging. And now let's open it like this, similar to an iPhone. And here it is, or yeah, we have our menu and our happy or unhappy guide or whatever card. And here is the speaker. And on the side we should also get something, yeah, like a, micro USB cable for charging and also an auxiliary cable. Okay, let's check it out and see if there's a charger. No, only the cables, so auxiliary and micro USB for charging. But overall packaging smells and feels very nice. And now let's open this up here. And here's the speaker. Let's put everything back to the packaging and put it aside. And now let's check it out. It looks pretty good in my opinion, so also feels quite heavy. Again, goes for $70, so yeah, it's a bit under the range of the JBL Flip 4, but almost equal in size. Let's also check out the Anker Soundcore 2 against it, so they are almost equally wide, but this one is a bit thicker. So yeah, you can see some size difference, and again $20 price difference. Let's also take the JBL Flip 4 here, and you can see they are almost equal in size, with the Anker maybe even being a bit bigger. Sadly, I don't have a flip screen with my Sony A7, so I also have to look if everything is in frame. So yeah, it is a nice looking and also nice feeling speaker. Let's take a look around it with my second camera here, the Sony RX100. So at the top we have the on and off button, the volume button, the play and pause button, everything is normal. But here we also have the bass up button, which should boost some of the bass. And also an NFC tag, so you can simply connect with your phone when holding it on there. On the side we also have a flap, which is very tight, and underneath here we have a nice charge out, so you can charge your mobile device. Battery life should be very nice. Also an auxiliary port and a micro USB for charging. And I think it has 4 drivers, so 2 full range drivers and 2 passive radiators at the front and at the back. The Anker Soundcore 2 only has 3 drivers, so 1 passive radiator at the front and 2 full range drivers at the side. So you get 1 driver more here. So also hopefully better sound. But now please put up your headphones, as is a binaural speaker, binaural microphone recording, and enjoy the first look. So now let's turn it on for the first time. Again, the same nice welcome tones like from all of the others, and you can also see this battery indicator reminds me a bit of the Wawa Voom 20. And now you can see it is flashing blue, which means it's in pairing mode. And let's also connect. Okay, maybe, no, here it is. I think you had to hold it, but no. And bass up is already activated, but we will turn it off for now. And let's check out a Nitrigo track. Okay, this is strange. First volume step. Oh yeah, now it's right. Sounds pretty convincing. sounds pretty nice. So this is only, yeah, about 45% of the volume. Had some nice bass kicks, so way nicer than the Anker Soundcore 2. This also should be the successor to the Anker A3143 premium Bluetooth speaker, which is, yeah, very successful. And this, yeah, might even sound nicer because it also has some nice treble response. Now let's maybe check it out against the king in this class, the JBL Flip 4. About $20 or no, $30 more expensive in the US and about $60 more expensive in Europe. And let's check out the exact same track. Okay, we are paired up. Let's look for it. Here it is. And now let's check out the JBL as well. Wow, very impressive. The JBL is the best speaker in this size and, yeah, price category, and you could hear the Anker could easily keep up also from the bass, from the bass, I don't know, bass wise. Now let's check out another Nitrogo track. Driving with you. Let me take you far from here. Driving with you. Let's check out the bass up feature. Oh, this sounds nice. Wow. This is very impressive. With the bass up feature, I thought it was something like Sony Extra Bass, so they simply boost everything under 250 Hz, so it sounds totally drowning, but this actually had some pretty mature punch, so a really nice bass feature. First nice bass feature, because Sony messed it up, and also some other companies which call their features bass features just boost the upper bass even more, so it sounds totally off, but this actually sounded very nice. Maybe the JBL sounded a bit more expensive and the Anker a bit cheaper from the mids, you know, so yeah, a bit hollow or something, but still very nice. Now let's check out yeah, pop track. Wow. It sounds a bit more covered than the JBL, but just let me say this. Wow, Anker did such a great job with their new speakers. The Soundcore Mini or the Soundcore 2 already sounded nice, even nicer than the Xiaomi Mi sometimes, with bass down to 55 Hz, and this can even compete easily with the JBL Flip 4, which is by far the best in this class. This is impressive. I mean, I already wanted to compare it against the smaller one, the Anker Soundcore 2, but this is no comparison. So for $20 more, definitely go with the Soundcore Boost and not for the Soundcore 2. Except you like the little size and not this bigger sized speaker. But this simply is very impressive sounding. Now let's check out another pop track or something by Nigel Good again, just with the UE Wonder Boom compared to the Anker Soundcore Boost. This simply sounds, I don't know, shrill, harsh, tinny, whatever, but the Anker sounded way nicer. I think even without bass up, it would outperform the UE Wonderboom. Of course, it doesn't have a 360-degree speaker sound, but still very nice sounding speaker. Now let's check out another, I don't know, dance track, again by Nitrogood, and see how it performs without the bass up feature. Way nicer. Wow, this speaker is so good sounding, you can't believe it. I'm so excited because there's finally a company which makes speakers which sound great and are not expensive. Under my table, I think I have a very, dusty Anker A3143, oh, how is it called? 3143. Let's wipe off all of the dust and let's check out how this compares to the, I think, 2 years newer Soundcore Boost. So there's dust everywhere. I haven't used this for, I think, 2 months or something. Also, the battery has quite some damage. And this already was nice sounding because it could, I don't know, compete with a Sounding Mini, which was, I think, 3 times more expensive back then. And it, still offered some nice sound, but it was lacking in treble. And now, let's check it out against the brand new Anker Soundcore Boost with the exact same track. Yeah. Not that far off, but you could simply notice that the newer one sounds even bigger. Also from a, I don't know, a speaker maker perspective, this is an impressive piece of machinery. I don't know, I'm wondering which drivers they use. Of course, you could simply stick in 2 small FIFA drivers like B&O did with their P2, but doing this at a price of $70 is impossible. One FIFA driver goes for $40 in this kind of size, so you would need $80 for 2 drivers only, without battery, without housing. So this is super impressive, especially because Anker is not a huge company. I mean, Bose could be the company who makes this, but no, they release a Revolve for $220, which sounds like a JBL Flip 4. So now let's turn this off and maybe listen to the JBL again, but this time on maximum volume. And let's check out how loud it can play. Battery life should also be very nice with the newer one. And I will go even farther away to avoid any distortion from the mics. And let's check out the same track again, or no, let's check out something different. This gets boring. You don't have to wait until the world is over. Tell me how you feel. Why can't you take me closer? If I could be the wind, take you higher. If I could steal the sun, could I be your fire? I'll take you to the moon, sweet racing. Oh, I wanna take you there, show you a fancy car. Again, very impressive. The Soundcore, attention. The Soundcore didn't, I don't know, sound very bad. It sounded actually pretty nice. Also kept a lot of the bass. Let's turn up the gain again. And yeah, the JBL seemed like a, I don't know, equally priced speaker, but it actually is, yeah, $60 more in Germany here. So you should really go for the Anker. Also, battery life should be nice. I think there's no boost for low levels, so let's check out how a house track sounds on lower levels, because speakers like the Xiaomi Mi or something, or the B&O P2 Boost bass for low levels, the JBL doesn't, and I think this Anker also does not, but maybe this Anker does. So let's check it out. Okay, with the bass up there actually is a boost. Okay, without bass up there seems to be not a boost, but with bass up it even has a boost for low levels. So I can officially name the best speaker under $100 the Anker Soundcore Boost. It sounds, in my opinion, nicer than the JBL Flip on normal levels with less boosted treble, so it doesn't sound as harsh. It is almost as loud but keeps more bass and doesn't swallow the kicks as much. Has a bass up feature, which is the first bass feature or bass boost feature which works properly, so they really boost the nice bass you want and not the strange hollowy upper bass. Also, battery life is nice. It is IP rated, so IPX5. You can, I don't know, not submerge it, but you can walk through the rain with it. It is very rugged, costs $70, and also looks pretty nice. So this officially is the best speaker under $100. It defeated the JBL Flip 4, which was the king. Maybe, yeah, I have to do some further testing, maybe with jazz music and, I don't know, classical music. It'll totally sound crappy, but I don't think so. It really is a nice sounding speaker. So I think this is it. It was a bit chaotic, I think, but I'm simply so impressed by the speaker. It sounds very nice, and for $70, you cannot go wrong at all. I mean, it's almost perfect. There also is a boost for low levels, which the JBL also doesn't have. So this makes, yeah, any other speaker here, which is under $100, totally irrelevant, because this is so nice sounding. It has everything you want, okay, except for 100 or 360 degree sound, but I can be okay with it. So now I think this is it from this video. I hope you of course enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like or subscribe to the channel to see more of this great speaker. Until then, have a great time and bye bye. And now let's turn it on. Oh yeah, I think you have to hold the button. And again, the same welcome tones as on all of the others. And here you could see that, okay, it's turned off.